Hey there! Bob from Oregon's Constant Gardener. Welcome to the OCG Fam Show to you, my YouTube buddies. That's good. What's going on? Let me know in the comments. We'll talk about it after the show. But right now, let's just get into the show. Houseplants. Can you use Nectar for the Gods to grow houseplants? Heck yes, you can. Houseplants are an interesting thing. I think some people, throw some houseplants up just to look like they're not, someone who can't grow something. But a lot of people have found a real presence and emotional, you feel better when you can grow a plant inside there and you kind of share something with it. It's primal in some way. Anyway, Nectar for the Gods can really up your houseplant game. Blooming on orchids, things like that. And Scott and I talk a little bit about it philosophically, but also practically in this little clip. And I think you'll find it interesting, even if you don't do the houseplants. So please watch it, and I'll talk to you after.
Some people would say, well, you just water the thing every month or so and it's going to be fine. But are there gains to be made from actually nutriating your exotic houseplants?
For sure. There's definitely, between just the general health of the plant, the growth of the plant,
Treasures in heaven.
They enjoy it, huh?
Treasures in heaven.
That's right.
Yeah.
To go into detail, it would be, an entire new show, which will be something we're going to do on this Amazon thing.
But holy shit, look at it's blooming 5 times, not one time. It's,
It made the bankers give us a seat at the table when we needed another loan when we gave him some of our Gaia to feed his orchids. And then he was like, oh my gosh, my orchids won't stop blooming.
Yeah.
Once one spike dies, a new spike forms. Or, when you give them the right forms of digested for nutrition, their ability to just be healthy and grow and perform and flower. And if you have flowering indoor perennials or flower tropicals, they just want to flower so much more.
This would be giving them what they want as opposed to what is the absolute god cheapest thing you could put together.
Yeah, or what Scott's Miracle Grow says that, all plants want is, triple 30 or the soluble salts. And, it really comes down to figuring out what the plants by their botany, in a botany book, what is their nutritional demands, and then going from there and reducing the bottles down. They don't need a ton of fertility. Most tropical plants live off of, moisture in the air and the minerals in the soil. That's it.
That don't exist in your home that you have to simulate in a way that's not. Yeah.
So
Porsches. Porsches. If you look at the Dodge and the Ferrari and all these things, they'll always tell you how much horsepower it has. Porsche doesn't really tell you because it has less, but it performs better and it goes around the track faster because it's built better from the bottom up instead of being hitting some vanity metrics 30-30-30.
So the nutrients are the Porsches?
Yes.
Gotcha.
The calcium is the Porsches of like, hey, this will actually work. The other thing too is funny is like you take a Porsche and you want to make your Dodge go faster. You spend $800 or $1,200, whatever, on a turbo, and it goes way faster. You'll spend $45,000 to get 5 more horsepower out of your Porsche.
Oh yeah,
because they've taken this little thing and made it perfect.
Oh yeah,
and there's really no way to make it better, and that is God or the Holy Spirit or the natural energy of the universe have made everything pretty perfect. And to fix that, maybe you should just give it what it wants instead of trying to improve upon it with some sort of synthetic
cater
thing.
to it.
Yes.
And then just don't overfeed it, because I think most people overfeed their tropicals.
Yeah.
I think people overwater their tropicals, and most houseplants' death are drownings.
Yeah.
So it's avoiding the heavy moisture. This person knows how to treat their houseplants already. But I think if it came down to it, for the most part, depending on if they're flowering tropicals, non-flowering tropicals, it really comes down to I use either the Gaia Medusa, just Medusa Athena, Demeter's often and a lot. But we'll do more shows on the tropicals. I know at home I have my own orchids. I've got a few different tropical plants. I live in not in the best sun location, so I don't get a lot of indoor sun.
But it's like a little hole in the sky from the trees.
Pretty much. It's a little tiny divot. So, I can't go in depth on this show, but we are planning on doing more and showing more via videos and how-tos and soil drenches and and how often. Right now, if you're using like the Spartan or the Greek regimen, taking your excess from those feedings and diluting it down about 50% and using that instead of discarding it, but adding that to your houseplants.
A little bit left, put some water in it, pour it
I'll love you for that. But overfeeding them is probably your second biggest killer versus watering too much.
Okay, what do you think? Informative, entertaining, helpful, agree, disagree, comments, questions? Do you grow houseplants? Do you just have some stuff laying around that you kind of water every once in a while and you don't really think about it? Or have you found a closer connection with growing stuff indoors? Let's talk about it in the comments and on the show. So throw some questions in there. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. The OCG Fam Show is pretty good. It happens every day. It's the OCG Fam Show. See you tomorrow.